Tonight, we were there as Ruby Corrado, the founder of the LGBTQ plus nonprofit Casa Ruby, walked out of U.S. District Court in D.C. today after pleading guilty to a single charge of wire fraud.
That's right. A plea deal was reached with the U.S. Attorney's Office after they say that Corrado funneled at least $150,000 in federal pandemic relief funds to her personal bank accounts in El Salvador. Rafael Sanchez Cruz was in the courtroom when she pleaded guilty, and he's here now to walk us through this case. Rafa?
Yeah, so Ruby Corrado pleaded guilty to stealing at least $150,000 in taxpayer-backed COVID relief funds, but prosecutors argued today that the amount is much higher. The question is, what did Corrado do with this money? The LGBTQ activist says she plans to answer that ahead of her sentencing.
I'm guilty. That's what Ruby Corrado said today in U.S. District Court when she pleaded guilty to a single charge for wire fraud. Today, the judge said the felony carries a maximum sentence of 30 years in prison for the founder of the now shuttered nonprofit Casa Ruby. In court today, prosecutors with the U.S. Attorney's Office detailed how Corrado received nearly $960,000 in federal COVID-19 relief funds intended to help the nonprofit stay afloat. But at least $180,000 of those dollars were sent to her personal bank accounts in El Salvador, where she later fled, according to prosecutors. When asked if she had anything to say following her guilty plea, Corrado said this.
Ms. Corrado.
In court today, Corrado took issue with the amount of money prosecutors claim she misdirected. She told the judge only 15% of the taxpayer-backed funds were misused, and that the money was used for a, quote, project. The hundreds of thousands of dollars given to Corrado were intended to help pay for employee wages, utilities, and rent, among other expenses. In a March interview, former Casa Ruby employee Tania Cordova told WUSA 9 around 10 employees had been left without 6 weeks of pay.
When you actually come an advocate to save lives and to help our community, and then you're going to abuse the community, you don't practice what you preach.
Since March, Corrado has been on home arrest, but after being totally compliant, the judge determined she will be placed on supervised curfew from 10 at night to 6 in the morning. She will, however, still be monitored by GPS as she awaits her sentencing.
Now, Corrado will be able to give her side of the story and tell us what she used the money for ahead of the sentencing, which is scheduled for January 10th, guys.
Interesting. So, Rafa, this wire fraud charge, this is part of a federal case, but this is not the only legal peril that Corrado is in, correct?
Yeah, that's right. The Attorney General has also filed a civil complaint accusing her of wage theft and fraud, again, for taking money intended for the LGBTQ nonprofit that they say was put into her personal accounts. Just in the last 20 minutes, the AG's office says this case is still ongoing, and they're saying it's still marching, as every case should be. So we'll expect to have more details coming up in the next couple of weeks or months.
And that was a case from 2022. So, I mean, these legal woes have been extending for quite some time for her.
They have been, and they will continue, I guess, until we get some kind of answers, until we get her side of the story.
Yeah, good to know.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rafa.